Okay, welcome to Jack. All right, first off, pick which game you want to play.
We do have a small fire on the set. The old man's been playing with matches again.
Thanks.
I wasn't even hearing.
No, how many people do we have?
Ageism.
Oh, poor you. You don't have any friends today. Oh, well. Yep, got it.
Will you look at that
45 seconds.
Your buzzer will be the letter B. That's B as in 28.8 baud modem.
3 here.
Forget it. We'll just promo it in.
20 seconds.
All right, pay attention. People screw this up all the time. As soon as you think you know the answer to a question, buzz in. Then you have to hit the number that corresponds to the answer you want. You got that?
10.
Good luck.
9. 8.
Get rid of the desktop,
7,
please.
6.
And go to
5.
black.
4.
My
3.
Little Available. Also available, My Little Split Personality and My Little Addiction.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Okay, Okay, welcome to our Clown Car of Trivia episode. We got the facts just pouring and pouring out of the car here, and well, I gotta tell you, I hope they knock it off. Okay then, let's get to the game before they start up again. This is gonna be a long one, huh? All right, you ready? Let's start. Time to pick a category.
Question number 1.
For your viewing pleasure, the bright lights are freaking me out! And this one's gonna be worth $2,000. Pencils ready, let's do it. Imagine a remake of the movie Bright Lights Big. With well over 8.5 million people, Moscow is the most populated European city. And it's a much funnier backdrop for a story about cocaine abuse than New York. I don't know why the producers didn't think of that. All right, I need a category. For your enjoyment, the First Ladies of Beer. I'm going to give away $3,000 this time. Ready? Here's the question. Because she was famous for refusing to serve alcohol in the White House, Lucy Hayes was referred to as Lemonade Lucy because she refused to serve alcoholic beverages at the White House.
Hello, I'm Lucy Hayes. Even though I've been dead and buried for 100 years, the stress of being the First Lady still gets to me. That's when I like to kick back and relax with a nice frosty O'Doul.
All right, pick the category.
Who will answer question 3?
I believe this one is called Sometimes You Feel Like a Moron. You get it right, you get $2K. Okay, according to the folks at Almond Joy, sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't, right? Well, if you sometimes feel like Newt, what do you feel like? In Egyptian mythology, Newt was a sky goddess who married the earth and produced a bunch of other gods. And if you sometimes feel like her, well, then you're nuts. Give me a category.
Hallelujah! Bow your heads and pray to Thor.
We're calling this one Trying to Show Up the Lord. Let's see what you'll do for $1,000. Okay, hold on to those communion wafers. We've got an analogy for you. Sea of Galilee is to Jesus as Sea of Tranquility. Jesus walked on the waters of the Sea of Galilee. Neil Armstrong took his first steps on the moon in a region called the Sea of Tranquility.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for Houston, we have a drowning.
That's the end of round 1. We'll be back with round 2 right after these messages.
To learn more about an advertiser, hit any key on your keyboard. We'll show you more information after you leave the game.
So we're in the middle of the movie, and I'm like, oh my god, the good character is the one.
Kinda makes talking seem overrated, doesn't it? Air crisps. One taste, and you'll be back.
Well, Beer A has sort of a stale, skunky, yeasty flavor.
Disgusting?
Nauseating.
Try Beer B.
Okay,
Now that's fresh!
that's Budweiser.
Get out of here! I don't believe it!
Tasting is believing.
When I tell my husband, he's gonna totally freak.
Welcome back. Time to play round 2, where the values are double. All right, I hope you're all together, because we're going. All right, I need a category. Well, I hope you're all rested up, because you're about to take on a dis or dat. And this dis or dat questions category is existential horror. Read all about it. Okay, I'm going to read off 7 book titles, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it was written by an existentialist or Stephen King. As each one comes up, if it's existential, hit 1. If it's by Stephen King, press 2. And to skip it, press 4. You get $1,000 for each right answer, and you lose $1,000 for each one you get wrong or you don't get to. Okay, you got 30 seconds. You ready? Let's dance. The Stand, existentialist or Stephen King? The Stranger. Misery. Nausea. The Plague. No Exit. One more. Desperation. That'll do it. Perfect. And with time to stare, no less. Here you go. Congratulations. Let's move on. Time to pick a category.
We're a bunch of hicks and we love the question 6.
I believe this one is called Get It Out of Me! $2,000 for a correct answer. Heads up, here it comes. Which of these demonstrates someone using contractions while having contractions? When two words really love each other, like I am and it is, and they get together and make new words like I'm and it's, that's where contractions come from. People use them all the time. As in, you're not the father, Schmitty, and you'd better pack your stuff and leave before I call the police. Honey, if you're still listening, I love you. Just give me another chance. All right, pick a category.
7, lucky 7.
This category is known as How to Overtake the Earth. I'll give you 4,000 clams for this bad boy. Think fast, it's question time. If the group of animals with the greatest sheer numbers of plants, animals, you name it, insects outnumber them all.
I am your new insect overlord. Take me to your leader, or the nearest garbage dump. Hear me?
Give me a category.
2, 4, 6, 8. Question 8 is jailbait. Go 8.
Coming at you. Who took my get out of jail free card? And this one's worth $4,000. And now, your question. Say Ted Turner, Bill Gates, Donald Trump, and Rupert Murdoch. The Sherman Antitrust Act was passed by Congress to protect against monopolies like owning all the railroads. Yeah, too bad, too, because Turner had big plans for his railroad empire. First, he was going to rename the B&O the T&O, then rename the Pennsylvania the Turnervania, then rename the Reading the Turnering. All right, I need a category.
Aloha, question number 9.
The category, choose company. 3 is a tabloid headline, and this one's worth $6,000. I don't know, too much to keep up with these days. Fighting overseas, the millennium is approaching, and who knows what the heck Ben Affleck, Brad Pitt, and Gwyneth Paltrow are up to, right? Say Ben Affleck, Brad Pitt, and Gwyneth Paltrow all show up at the same shindig. If these 3 stars act like binary stars, what will happen? Affleck, Pitt, and Paltrow will all... A binary star occurs when 2 stars both orbit around a common center of mass. In this case, Gwyneth. Of course, they'd have to find a solar system large enough to hold all 3 of them. That's the end of round 2. We'll be right back with round 3 after this.
Vote.
What sport lets you wear the coolest clothes?
Vote.
Which national news anchor baby talks during commercial breaks?
Vote.
Democracy depends on you.
ACF, alligators cracked.
Alternating current.
Angelic Claudia
Cold shoulder.
Acrophobia coming soon.
Acrophobia, the hilarious word game that puts your creativity on the line.
Hugo? Yeah, Hugo Boss. The fragrance. The world is getting smaller.
Smell better.
Hugo.
Welcome back. It's time to play round 3. All right, y'all set? Here we go. Time to pick a category. All right, flesh, butt, spits, I'm for.
It's time for a Tinker Lake test drum.
One gibberish category coming up. Darth Vader's secret fantasy. The opening value of this gibberish question is $10,000. Now check this out. As the time disappears, so does the money. So the sooner you buzz in, the better. Okay, all you Wookiees. What does this rhyme with? Go for it. Type in your answer and hit... Yep, the whole deal got rolling when Thomas Jefferson overheard some French official making some offhand remark about, and if you believe that, we have some swampland in Louisiana we'd like to sell you. All right, pick a category.
It's 11 minus 1 plus 2 minus 1 is 11.
For your viewing pleasure, candy on the tip of your tongue. How does $4,000 grab you? All righty, seeing as this is a fill-in-the-blank, you're going to have to do some typing. So buzz in and please tell me, what's the name of this product? It's a candy bar that came out in the 80s. It's got a chocolatey outside. Oh, go for it. Type it. Yeah, whatchamacallit. Right, that's exactly what the hell I'm trying to figure out. Oh, come on. Whatchamacallit? I can see it right in front of me. It's on the tip of my tongue. Ah, forget it. That's for nothing. Give me a category.
Well, let's delve into question 12.
Well, what do we have here? Dum-de-dum-dum. You want $6,000? Give me your right answer. All right, listen carefully and tell me, if you ask a dum-dum what a dum-dum... Hey, you got it wrong, so you're right. You picked the stupid answer. A dum-dum is all of these things except weightlifting equipment. That's a dumbbell. Duh. Time to pick a category.
Look at the green.
It's 13.
Here we have the writing's on the wall, but no one can read it. How does $4,000 grab you? Hey, have you ever been to one of these handwriting analysts? Apparently, they can look at something you scribble and tell you what kind of person you are. Okay. Well, imagine a handwriting analyst checks out the Declaration of Independence. Because the subject didn't sign it, what would you not find in the analyst? Good old George never spilled ink on the Declaration of Independence. Well, actually, he did spill ink all over the thing, so they had to go out and make a new draft. Nice to know the father of our country was such a dork, huh? All right, I need a category.
Ain't no love like number 14.
Well, what do we have here? If you married your cousin, you'd have problems too. I'll give you 4,000 clams for this bad boy. So everyone here knows Edgar Allan Poe's poem The Raven, right? Creepy bird, keeps mumbling nevermore, won't leave the guy's house, right? Yada, yada, yada. Okay. Well, considering what the narrator was about to do, the narrator was nodding off to sleep when the raven came knocking on his door, so he might have just taken some Nitol. In fact, I'm sure it's in the original version of the poem. All I know is that if a freaking bird woke me up from a nice nap, the only words flying around the room would be original recipe or extra crispy. Yeah, that's it for round 3. One Jack Attack coming up right after this.
Play poker online with other people live at www.2am.com.
Stack Attack. When you see two words on the screen that match, hit your buzzer. If you're right, I'll give you $2,000. If you're wrong, you're going down 2,000. But don't forget, remember the clue. Not any old word's gonna do it. It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Animals kids love, as opposed to the animals certain adults love. Baby, you were all over that attack. Let's see what you did to your score. That's the game. Wow, that was an exciting game. It was a real thrill. You were the best player we've had by far. Now do me a favor, will you? Look to your left. Now look to your right. Now repeat after me.
You don't know Jack!
Howdy, kids. This is Pecos Bucky here, telling you to tune in next week for another exciting episode of You Don't Know Jack the Netshow. Woohoo! And they didn't even pay me to say this. Woohoo!
Nice work, folks. Okay, let's get those commercials rolling, and what's happening? Are we going to go again, or what?
If you want to play again, just let me know. No. Okay, fine.